Hello, hello, my lovely connoisseurs of the culture. It is time for yet again another lost case here in Master Detective Archives Raincode. More specifically, this playthrough known as the Detective's Lost Cases. You already know how this bad boy goes, so let's just get to it. Hope everyone's doing well this lovely day/night. I am the voice you can't forget, the incredible V, and yes, I'm just going right back to let's just get right to it. Last episode, and for those who want a quick recap of what's been going on, English, wow, such a strong suit of mine. We've been doing these DLC episodes, and I've just been loving every bit of it. Every single one of them. I don't know, I really like this game. I think I've said that a million times throughout this playthrough, and we just have to keep going, because we're only down to our final two, and at the very least, today's going to be, the spotlight's going to be on Vivia, specifically. But regardless, I hope everyone's ready for this one, because last episode, we took care of Halara's raiding cats and dog, and I like to think that I was kind of on it. Granted, I could have figured out that puzzle a little bit earlier, because, I mean, I was kind of there, but kind of not. At the same time, though, spoilers inbound, because we're talking about the DLC stuff. Jaren, right? Like, come on. And I should also preface this. For those people who were hopped on it and thinking, wow, V's making fun of Jaren's. Yes, but only as a bit. And I apologize for anyone that felt offended. Anyone in the world named Jaren. I'm just saying, like, in this circumstance, you know what? I don't regret my joke. Regardless, let's just move on. But yes, today's episode's gonna be the DLC starring
everyone's favorite person, Vivia. I guess I visit a building to investigate an unsolved case. It's the elevator leading to the roof stopped, though, and I became stuck inside with a woman. I guess I'm trapped within that damn steel coffin, so I guess I'll close it on the truth as I face life and death.
Now, I'll be honest. Ever since I beat the game, I thought to myself, will I ever find myself ever doing a Vivia-esque impression? Well, the DLC happened, so there you go. But yes, the spotlight's on our near-death detective Vivia, who, of course, for those who don't want spoilers, you're watching the DLC one, so I'm assuming you guys are okay with this. And if not, then I don't blame you for clicking off the video. But Vivia's power is the ability of astral projection. He can eject his soul out of his body, and, well, it's kind of cool. Although I'm wondering if my physical body's in here, I'm gonna be stuck. Would it be fair to say I'll be stuck in I was gonna say what's some solitary confinement? You get it? Not solitary, but solitary. All right, yeah, I know. I cringed myself. I'm sorry. I'm trying to entertain. It's hard. No, there's no script to entertaining. Okay, whatever. If you guys like this content, you love hearing the lovely sound of my voice, or you wish to support me in my endeavors, please make sure to follow me on Twitch with the handle of Vitamin DGR. That is Vitamin DGR, where you know in the right place when you... Wow, I don't say the local dog thing. Like, I haven't said that in months. Jeez. Well, regardless, if you really want to help support the channel, also make sure to subscribe, or you can find me on YouTube with the same name and handle. I like doing this content, and I only hope that in exchange for me doing more content, the least you can do is like and subscribe. Now, with that out of the way, let's get right to it. And my goal is at least to do Vivia's. I talked about it before with Halara. If I could at least do... So the first time I did this was Desihiko and Fubuki, but only because Desihiko was short. Ideally, if I can at least do an episode of Vivia, I don't mind if it's shorter than my normal episodes. I kind of am not ready for the chief, to be fair. Alright, let's see how this goes.
Death is always awaiting me upon my path.
I can do it with a quiet voice, too.
Like trees neatly lining the roadside, casting dark shadows at my feet. Even if I manage to overcome them and make progress down that path, when I turn around, the cruel truth is waiting there. The shadows are a procession to my own funeral.
Do you think that I'd be good at
To live
reading poetry at
means to
Starbucks?
continuously die. Every human is nothing but a walking corpse.
I should get into reading children's stories.
And so, I too am dying in this moment.
I missed you, Vivia. My other favorite person next to Fubuki. He's definitely the most optimistic. Alright, here we go. The near-death detective. and a lot of people's favorite. I've heard quite a few people say that Vivia was cherished by quite a lot of people in the fan base. Oh, so we're already in this death trap.
Doesn't seem to be moving at all. And the management company isn't responding either.
Recognize that voice too. This is already my nightmare, being stuck in an elevator. I don't care how cute she is. I'm not claustrophobic, but I already have a fear of elevators because of an incident that happened when I was younger. Well, I guess it's more to my heights aspect. I talked about it before, but when I was younger, they had one of those glass elevators you could see from the back, and there was an incident where I got stuck in it, just to gloss over really quickly. And we were really high up, and yeah, it's just... I guess you never forget some of the traumatizing moments of your past, huh?
I guess we just have to wait. If you wait long enough, everything will come to an end. Just as there is rain unceasing, a day will come when the sun doesn't rise, and when the oceans dry up too.
Optimistic as always, huh, Vivia? I noticed that her eyes have a symbol. I've noticed it throughout this game that major characters have like little symbols and stuff in their eyes.
One day, you will die, and so will I.
I can't wait for the sweet release. Don't you?
Is that supposed to be a joke? How can you talk about death in this situation?
I'm not enjoying this situation enough to make light jokes about it.
I think I'd find things a bit more enjoyable if I wasn't trapped in here with you.
What do you mean? I like to think that I'm the most reliable person you may ever know.
I apologize if I've offended you. I wish to avoid all unnecessary fights.
Yeah, but we know what you're capable of. I remember way back during the normal playthrough when you busted a knife at me. For reminders, Vivia is quite intense. Like, not only is he capable, but remember his whole thing about protecting the chief's wishes and all that. It's to the point where after I astral projected myself, that Vivia in his ghost self popped out a knife. It was like,
I can't... Oh, he was like, I can't do anything in the ghost form, but if I go back to my real body and slit your throat, what do you think will happen to you?
like, he threatened me, and that was quite intense. And I respect Vivia. I mean, I don't like what Vivia did, but I understand it, and it was really, really cool. But also,
Same goes for me. Sorry I raised my voice. I'm not used to situations like this.
Nor am I. We found something we agree on.
Aren't you afraid?
No. Since my untimely end's coming soon, that makes me very brave and very happy. That's why I'm smiling right now.
Afraid?
Of all this? We're stuck in an elevator, hanging in midair. What if something happens and we fall to our deaths?
why do you gotta say that? Why? Why do you have to say that? I honestly don't like elevators. I know it's convenient, but I am the type of person that unless we were in a rush or people like strong arm me, or unless the stairs were like under repair or something, I'm the type of person that will legitimately go through stairs. I am not joking.
I don't think I'm afraid.
What if the elevator is never fixed and we're trapped here forever?
Oh well. To be fair, we won't be trapped in here forever.
And she's like, what do you mean? And Vivia's like,
Because eventually, you and I will die. When that happens, our souls will be free to wander wherever we want.
Then it'll be like a coffin. I actually think it would be rather cozy. I could just sleep here until I die.
oh, Vivia.
What's with you and your death wish?
It's not like I intended to have one. It's hard to describe. Thinking of death is like breathing to me.
That's kind of depressing.
Do you find it fun to live like that?
Isn't that what life is all about? There are things that I find fun. For example, I love reading stories. For some reason, I feel more alive when I can invest in a story's protagonist.
That's fair. Reading is good.
I also love gazing at the beauty found in nature. Seeing plants sway in the breeze brings joy to my heart.
You know who I think Vivia should talk to? For those in the fan base that know, I want to see what happens if he has a conversation with, like, Yusuke from Persona 5. I think these two eccentric people, like, something amazing or something catastrophic, one of the two will happen. And if you don't know who Yusuke is in Persona 5, trust me, when you do, you'll understand why I'm saying this. And for those who do know Yusuke's personality, believe me on this, I think he and Vivia would make a very interesting couple.
You sure are a strange one.
Am I? What about you? What makes you happy?
I'm not talking about bad things like death and stuff, that's for sure.
Well, I suppose I like to observe life.
Observe life.
Oh, is she a scientist?
I used to be a nurse.
Oh, this is gonna be interesting.
I've seen many lives saved and lost at the hospital. Life should be more precious than diamonds. But some people are treated more poorly than a pebble on the road.
Unfortunately true.
Isn't that strange? A life is a life. So why should its value be different depending on the person?
Because the government doesn't want that to happen. The government wants control over all life. If I disappear one day, folks, I'm telling you right now, the truth will not be silenced. I'm just kidding.
So now, whenever I look at people, I watch their lives. I wonder how valuable each life may be.
You're also kind of strange.
Am I?
Speaking of which, I didn't catch your name. I'm Vivia. Who are you?
I'm Rio.
Oh, lovely name.
Rio.
Rio, nice to meet you.
I think we may have met before. Do you remember?
We have? Can I get a little backstory on that? Novels, columns, essays, all sorts of things. There's no particular preference for genre. He just reads the pastime. Ah, I got it that time. I feel like I've heard Rio's voice from something. I can't think of it.
Hey, Vivia. Everyone else is out on a job. How long are you gonna stay there?
However long it feels like I want to. Why do you not want me to be in this chimney?
Until I die?
Or that. That's... yeah.
You gotta be kidding me. Do I have to pull the pieces of you out of there once you're a skeleton? If you have free time, why don't you help work on some unsolved cases?
Chief, do I look like I have a lot of free time to you?
You look like you're so bored you could die.
I think that's what he's trying to go for.
Look, just hear me out as a way to kill time.
But I think I might get emotional again because it's Vivia and the Chief, and these two have such a bond. It's unbelievable.
There have been a series of suspicious deaths lately. People jumping to their demise from a certain building.
Oh, great heights. Ooh.
The first one was over 5 years ago, and people have been periodically jumping ever since. There's been over 10 confirmed cases.
What's suspicious about that? They came across a building to jump off of when they happened to feel like dying.
Sounds like a dream to me.
That's probably all there is to it.
That could be true for 1 or 2 cases, but over 10 times in the same spot?
Oh, actually, you make a point there.
That's unusual, no matter how you look at it.
Are you suggesting someone is pulling the strings behind the scenes?
We won't know until it's investigated. It'd be an absolute nightmare if someone is getting their kicks killing people and making it look like suicide. For the sake of the town's safety, it's not something we can ignore. That's where we come in.
There's no point in investigating it. All we will find is boring reality.
No matter how boring it is, it's still reality. There's value in finding it.
Detectives are such troublesome creatures.
God, I'm not mentally prepared to do the chief. Like, his DLC mission might honestly break me down again. Well, not again as in I've done it, but break me down as in, like, knowing the chief's struggle and circumstances from the main game might make me cry. And I remember after some of the reveals during that chapter, my voice hurting from, like, my throat actually hurting from, like, the times I would react, and it was trying to, like, howl back, like, just so much, like, anger and sadness. Like, I don't think I'm mentally prepared to do the chief. I know I'll have to do it, but ugh.
Aren't you one too?
Huh?
Don't look at me all surprised. Why'd you come here if you're no detective?
I wanted a place to die.
Aren't you here to solve mysterious crimes and help those who are lost?
Got a point. Also, how roomy is it in that chimney? I think I kind of want to be in there. I want to see how roomy it is. I'm not claustrophobic. I wouldn't mind giving it a shot. At least I don't think I'm claustrophobic. Regional city? No, read that already. Nope, no that. They're just bandaged like wrappings beneath his coat, so it wouldn't be accurate to call it clothing. Okay. Indoor dryers are very popular in Kanai Ward. Amaterasu Corporation's new Kagutsuchi model is quite excellent, capable of drying any type of laundry in just 2 hours. Oh man, that'll be good and handy. How many of you guys are oh, well, hold on.
I came to this town. I don't understand it myself. I'm not actively searching for a place to die just yet.
I'm just looking for someone to die with me. A death buddy.
I'm not here to be a detective searching for the truth. It's nothing so
It's so
pure or
lonely to go
sincere.
alone.
The reason I came to this city was due to my impatience with living. What did I seek by coming here? What do I expect from this place?
I don't know. Oh,
That was
Oh.
a woman in a red raincoat.
okay.
That reminds me.
Uh,
The chief did mention something. Around the building where the suicides occur, a suspicious woman in a red raincoat has often been spotted. I'm not interested in the truth,
but
but I am interested in her. I should try to tag along behind her without being spotted.
oh. Wait, hold on. I've been doing it every time.
I guess I'm a master detective. I work for the Nocturnal Detective Agency by the WDO. My skin is somewhat pale, and I like to think I have an aesthetic atmosphere about me. I like to lie down in various places, and from some people, I guess I'm self-indulgent. I like fluffy pillows. I'm not really too keen on pillows that are hard or living, and I have the power to spectral project my spirit. I can use it for investigations and other such things. You don't need to care about the chief. So this is Rio, a nurse trapped in a malfunctioning elevator alongside me. She likes classic literature and hates people who throw away their lives. Oh, interesting. I guess her talent is injections. This is the part where if I had more energy, I'd say something like giggity, but I'm just not feeling it.
Actually, wow, talking like that does kind of make me feel a little less inclined. Specialist woman, red K, blah blah blah. Specialist woman in a red raincoat, The scene near the building, Vivia, having tasked by Yako to investigate the case, saw a woman in a red raincoat in town and tailed her. Alright, let's do it. Guess she went this way, eh? Oh, I can't control this. It's automatic. I guess this is how we eventually get stuck in the elevator, because I'm following Rio. Out of my way! No, I know this is the wrong way, but I was curious. I'm surprised she didn't notice. Why, you'd think for someone who doesn't have much energy, looking at how he is, him tailing someone is quite interesting to me. Good stick. I'd move the camera over, but I was too invested by looking at him.
Where did she go?
How'd you get there that fast? Vivia! Oh. Okay. I didn't expect him to jump. Alright. Just in case, I'm gonna keep distance. Oh, okay, never mind. Automatic. I didn't know if I had to avoid her gaze. Oh, this is the building.
I see. This is the perfect building for Dai.
Uh-huh. Okay. Criminals captured by the peacekeepers are sent to detention facilities where they're interrogated until they admit guilt. That is, if they're not disposed of on the spot. Ugh. And now here we are.
We've met before? Are you sure about that?
Why do I recognize her voice? Oh, it's grating me. I know I've heard her voice and stuff.
I don't remember you at all. Are you sure it was me you met?
There's no mistake. You have that smell.
Smell?
You smell like a living woman. Ugh. Repulsive.
You smell faintly of death.
Oh. Oh, that's... Oh.
What do you mean by that? That's rather rude.
Yeah, you're telling me.
Do you live in this building?
Yes. Why?
Uh-huh. From what I've heard, there hasn't been anyone living in this building for a long time.
Who said that? Oh, was it the people around here? They probably have a grudge against this place.
Oh,
They
it's
say the
bothering
building
me.
blocks the sun, or that it's sinking into the bedrock.
I know who that voice actress is. It's grating on me. I hate it.
What about all the people who have fallen to their deaths from this place? Is that nothing but a groundless rumor, too?
She knows something.
Of course it is.
Oh, she knows something for sure.
But it isn't. It's fact. Even the newspapers have articles about it. If you live here, then you must have heard about it.
Why is that mirror in the background shattered?
Many unsolved cases in the city have been completely left alone. Of course, this has nothing to do with me. I have no interest or desire to know the truth. However, I am somewhat interested in you.
Dead things turn me on, so...
And she's like, What did you just say?
Are you hitting on me?
I suppose you could take it that way.
I see. To be honest, I'm interested in you too.
Wait, what? Is that how it is? Like, I just gotta, like...
Talk like this and be depressing and sad. I'll get a girlfriend like that.
Alright, folks, I retire from streaming. I'll give me, like, 5 months. I'm gonna become the next Vivia.
Although it's more that your life force makes me curious.
Dude,
It's-
life force.
How do I put this? Faint.
You can sense someone's life force? How does that work?
Thinner than paper. Almost as though I can see death waiting on the other side.
I could say the same about you.
Strange bedfellows, I guess.
Sheesh. This is a hassle. I guess I'll get to the point. You killed them, didn't you?
What?
I did it?
Wait, Rio killed these people?
You lured people from the city here and pushed them off the building, making it appear like suicide. Why did you kill them? There's no benefit in it for you.
Wait, how do you know?
For fun? You wanted to see them die? Or did you develop a special interest in the value of people's lives?
No, like, how did Vivia actually know? If this is true.
If so, that makes you a serial killer.
Me? A killer? Well then, I guess that means you're trapped inside an elevator with a killer.
You have no idea. Which one's the killer? Never mind. Yeah, never mind.
Strangely, I found myself in situations like this often. Whether I want it or not, death finds its way to me.
You're not afraid?
Afraid? No, it's more like...
Horny.
No, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
observing from a great distance as dark clouds slowly spread out over the ocean.
I don't quite get it, but it doesn't sound joyful to me. Though, you were like this from the very beginning. Truth be told, I can tell when someone has a death wish. I sense their desire to go to the other side. Yes, you remind me of them.
How does she know? Is it because of her experience as a nurse? Or serial killer, or whatever the flip Rio is?
The other side.
It's where I have my friends, you know, from that song, from that Disney movie.
Did all those you lured here feel the same way?
Lord? You're mistaken. I didn't do anything myself. I was just... here. People like you happen to show up here. Then they depart to the other side on their own.
You really want to insist that you weren't involved? That all those who died came here of their own accord?
That's right. Aren't you the same way?
Me?
I kind of like their... Is chemistry the right word? I don't know. I kind of like this.
Perhaps.
But how does Vivia know, though? Like, we haven't established it enough to... Like, I know Vivia's just good, but... a master detective whose forte allows for on-the-spot assembly of inventions used for investigation. This detective was not summoned to Kanai Ward. Wait, why do we know about this, then? Who's this invention detective? I wasn't even mentioned in the main game. See, that might be a thing for Master Detective 2, or Rain Code 2. Well, they're probably going to call it something else than Rain Code.
I'm gonna die someday.
It'll be Master Detective Archives something else. Like... Dry Cipher or something. I don't know. Like... It'll be in a place... It'll be in that city that was shown at the very end of the game. Where it looked like a very dry town. And obviously it has to be something kind of cool. So instead of Rain Code, it's going to be Dry Cipher. Hey, Spike Chunsoft, if you guys actually call your game Dry Cipher, I want at least like 1% of the royalties. Come on.
And perhaps this is a fitting place for it.
The view here is nice, don't you think? That's certainly an added benefit. The journey here wasn't easy, but things are just getting started. Vivia, let's save Kanai Ward. Together.
Oh, Chief.
That's not why I came to this city.
But it is going to be what you're going to do.
Right. I'm counting on you then. Wait, what did you say? Did I mishear you?
I don't care what happens to Kanai Ward. And I have no intention to obey orders from the WDO either. I just want some peace and quiet. A calming place where time will gently pass by.
What are you talking about? You're not gonna find that here.
Man, they really struck gold with the voice actors and actresses in this game. And I'm so ashamed that I still have yet to do it in Japanese. I think I'm going to play this game in Japanese just to do it for myself. Because I know the voice actors, especially because I can watch the credits and look up them. But I was surprised by some of the seiyus that were cast in this. Like, the chief's Japanese voice is freaking Dio from JoJo, as well as the uncle from Another World. Like, he's that guy. So I can't imagine hearing that voice, but like I said, I'm gonna do this off camera. Or for anyone that's jumping into this, for whatever reason, the DLC over my main playthrough, I encourage you to just to test yourself and listen to it in Japanese, and it's probably gonna be something radically different.
The only place you can find perfect peace is heaven. And the only ones who can reach it are the dead. Wait, don't tell me you...
Just leave me alone.
I can't do that. We need your help. Hey, Vivia!
And he's gone. This guy, man. And yet he's a master detective. But we've already established why he's so good. Locked room murders, impossible crimes, military weapon heists. Okay, guess I'm not reading the rest of that.
I've always been able to see the dead. And what they tell me is always true. The truth has been exhausting for me. For as long as I can remember.
Oh, that might be why Vivian knows. He can, like, talk to the spirits.
Even when I cover my eyes and ears, their voices continue to whisper it to me.
They're like, yeah, it was that Rio woman. She seduced us because of how pretty she was. And then she made us drink these weird things that we got all sleepy, and then for some reason we felt like we wanted to jump off buildings. It was her. Yeah, it was her.
Please, be quiet. No matter how much I beg for it, the calm will never come. Where's the perfect peace? It's found in death.
Ah, there's the look. Everyone who steps into this elevator has the same look in their eyes. They want to escape reality as soon as possible. They don't care where they end up, as long as they can get away. This elevator will take you to your desired exit.
What?
The path to the other side.
It's kind of freaking me out a little bit.
And it's your job to see them off. You've seen so many on their way from here. It's like you are the guide to the afterlife.
So what if I am? Aren't you similar?
Perhaps. That may be true.
Nice boots. Oh.
It moved.
No, my sweet relief. It was so close. I can't die now.
Life is like this elevator. Once it moves, it will not stop. I can hear them.
Huh? You hear what?
Hey, Vivia! Where are you?
Where you at, bruh? Is the chief gonna save us?
Hey, Vivia! Where are you?
That voice.
Do you recognize it?
I mean, no, I don't.
It's like, you suck at lying.
It's like, maybe I do suck at lying.
No.
If you have any attachments in this world, I suggest you don't depart.
Attachments. If that's the case, why did you go to the other side?
Huh?
The first of those who died was a woman wearing a red raincoat.
Wait. Is she dead? Yo, dude, this better not be some freaking... Spoilers, spoiler warning right now in like 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, spoiler warning done. This better not be some Sixth Sense BS, man. Where this whole time, I was just seeing a dead person. Don't do this to me.
Her name was Rio. It was written in a newspaper article. Why do you still ride this elevator, even after death? Isn't it because you're still attached to this world?
Everything's turning colors.
Who are you? You don't seem like an ordinary human.
I'm a regular detective. I just happen to have one foot on the other side.
I see. Still,
Yep.
you surprise
Oh.
me. You knew I was already dead.
This freaking game, man. Oh my god. Like, dude, but I can't believe this game can make me surprised. Okay, whatever. Let's just play.
I told you in the beginning, and you smelled of death.
Yeah, but I thought that was like her as a nurse because she said she lost and saw so many people be saved and so many people be lost. So I was like, oh, okay, yeah, it makes sense. She has the smell of death around her because she's used to that. I didn't think Vivia meant, oh, like she was legitimately dead and his power kicked. Okay.
You did.
You're responsible for stopping this elevator, using some spiritual power, or whatever. You haven't been guiding the suicidal to the roof of this building. You've been stopping the elevator in an attempt to make them reconsider.
Oh, hoping that they would change their mind and leave instead of jumping off the building.
You sure are a mean one. You knew all along.
Did you try to save them?
Yes. As I'm sure you know, I haven't been able to stop a single one. More than 10. And I've watched all of them go. That's why I think it's my fault. Because I chose this place for my own death, it's become rather famous for suicides. I was just tired of living. I wanted to go somewhere far away from this place.
Wow, she really is your dream girl, Vivia.
But you regret it.
Yes. That's why I always stop the elevator whenever someone comes here. So I can speak to them. But I've never been able to convince them otherwise. All I've done is provide some time to think things over.
Honestly, I think that's a good thing what Rio's doing. I mean, it didn't work, sure, but I shouldn't say that. Like if you're in that state or mentality, honestly, having a minute to just maybe think things through, no matter how short it is, maybe the most crucial like amount of time necessary, because that literally is the moment that determines whether you stay alive or not. So I do resonate with Rio's determination and her attempt to try and prolong their lives. Obviously it didn't work, so it still sucks, but I gotta commend her for that, because I'll be honest, if that were me in that circumstance, I'd do the same. I don't know if I'd be able to do it. I might not be able to convince people otherwise, but I would totally do what Rio's doing in a heartbeat. I would just hate it for being an elevator, but I guess, I don't know if I'd be as afraid if I was a ghost, but still, it's just nuts, I guess. I still can't believe this game Sixth Sensed me, like, I really can't.
Everyone who comes here has claimed none would be saddened by their deaths. I've never been able to get them to recant those words.
That should be expected. After all, it is the truth. Everyone must overcome the death of others to keep on living. No one can remain in place and look back every time.
Is that so?
Uh-oh.
We're almost to the roof. From here on, I can do nothing to stop this. Please listen. Even if you get to the roof, don't step out onto the floor.
Why?
Why?
Because they will try to take you.
They?
As long as you don't listen to them, you'll be able to shake it off. That's because you're here to investigate what happened, not for your own death.
I don't know about that. The moment I got on the elevator, I think I made up my mind.
Oh, am I gonna do like in Vivia's chapter where I have to avoid those like ghosts, otherwise I get dragged to the other side, like what Shinigami warned Yuma?
No! You must be determined to survive! Otherwise they will take you!
Oh god, it's bothering me. I know her voice. I hate that I know her voice.
Life and death. I fail to see the border between the two anymore. They both overlap. I can no longer tell which one is the real me.
Then please, think of the people you will leave behind! You must have some in your life. Are you really going to depart without saying farewell to them? There must be someone you'll regret not saying goodbye to.
If I had someone like that, I wouldn't be here.
You do have someone like that.
I have no one.
We need your help.
You have someone. Honestly, as long as you have one person, that might be all that matters. I've been there, honestly. It's a rough feeling being in that place.
Isn't it cool to have a detective agency in a submarine?
Like, it's really, really rough being in that mentality, and it feels like you can't escape no matter what you do, and you feels like no matter what you try or who you talk to, it may not work. But legitimately, I think if you have at least one person, it could be a lover, it could be a family member, neighbor, a pet, any just one thing, I think that's enough to keep you going. I really, really do. And I like how the chief is Vivia's person, which makes me get even more sad thinking about what happens to the chief later and Vivia's determination for the chief when we deal with it however long in the future. Which is why I freaking love this game franchise. I love the writing so much. It knows how to get the right emotions and the right timing out of people. Like, I can't imagine anyone playing this game, watching a streamer play it, anything, and not feeling some way. Like, I don't know if that's possible. Like, if you don't get emotionally invested in something like this, I'm flabbergasted.
If you ever have trouble here in Conai Ward, just come on by. The other detectives and I will always have your back. In exchange, you better watch out for us, too.
What a pain.
If you ever need something, let me know.
I want peace and quiet.
Well, I can't give you that.
Huh?
I want to be left alone.
There's no way I can do that. We're pals, aren't we? Vivia, you've barely eaten a thing since you came here. You're looking kind of emaciated.
I'm eating well enough.
Knowledge. That's what sustains me.
That's not for eating. That's for reading.
Same thing.
How could they be the same thing? Do you hate the food in this town or something?
I think Vivian knows what the food in this town is.
The hotel restaurants offer lots of different choices. I'm sure you'll find something you can eat. All right, today's my treat. Let's go get dinner at a restaurant.
Why bother with all that trouble? I wish you'd leave me alone.
I can't do that. I may not look it, but I can be pretty persistent. You told me one thing, so now I have to do the opposite. That's just how I am.
Wow, I legitimately have someone in my life that's just like Chief. It's crazy just thinking about that.
That's what made me the detective I am today.
Freaking Chief, man. I can't handle this. I can't do it. This isn't even the Chief's chapter. And the freaking music is so good, but it's not helping me feel better. Damn them.
Don't wish for death. At this rate, you'll be taken away. They're growing stronger. Each new one makes them more formidable. They will even take hold of the living. We've arrived. They're coming.
Who's coming? Whoa, okay. Oh, that's... Oh, okay. That's... No thanks, please.
So death awaits me here.
Vivia?
Don't go any further!
You idiot, get away!
They aren't moving.
Huh?
It's almost as though they haven't noticed you.
What?
I thought so.
Oh.
Able to take away the living.
He astral projected himself.
Then you're also...
Oh, so his real body was never there. That whole time was his spirit. Oh, frick you. You did it twice to me. I thought that was his real body, you idiots.
I'm the same as you all. I'm a ghost.
No way.
However, in my case, my body still lingers in this world.
Frick you. You did it twice to me. I flip, man.
What does that mean? Who are you?
I've already told you. I'm an ordinary detective. I just happen to have one foot on the other side.
And I'm the one who has the voice you can't forget.
And then I'm just like, wait, what? Did Vivia just say that?
It's like, yes, Vitamin. You did say that.
Wait, you...
Yes, I can break the fourth wall. I'm well aware of who you are, what you do, everything. Even when you're playing other games, I'm aware. I know everything about you.
That'd be so creepy if the game just did that. If Vivia, of all people, did that.
I decided to come here in my ghost form to try talking to you. And thanks to that, I can't be dragged out of here.
Frick you, Vivia. Frick you.
Really? I don't quite understand, but you sure are a mysterious person.
Basically, he went ghost and outplayed whatever those hands are as well as me. I really did think he was... Oh god, it's so obvious too. Because I'm thinking about it, like everyone in this game used their power, in this DLC thing used their power. And I was like, what am I gonna do with Vivia? Turns out the game was like, nah, we got you covered.
I wouldn't mind walking away on my own, but I refuse to let someone take me away from here. That is not the peace I desire.
So you've reconsidered?
There is no need for you to be imprisoned here. I think your atonement has been fulfilled. Isn't it about time you sever your attachments here?
No. I want to remain behind. I need to ensure they don't take anyone else who comes here. Not everyone is as strong as you are.
Won't that be kind of lonely though? Need to be stuck in an elevator all your eternity or whatever? Just not do anything else but just stop people? Like, are there enough people that come here? I feel like I go stir crazy.
I'm not strong at all. I've just grown used to death. Also, will the elevator move again? Or is it stuck on the roof?
Yeah, until someone pushes the button.
Vivia! Are you there?
That's Chief Yako.
Get that strength, Chief.
He's not here? Damn it. I'm at the wrong place.
Oh, Chief.
I thought he'd come here to investigate.
You were right, though.
I'm so exhausted.
He took the stairs all the way to the roof to chase after the elevator.
He must have been worried about you. I've watched over 10 people depart, but he's the first one I've seen come looking for the dead.
Well, the Chief is so good, man.
You have a place you can return to. Perhaps that's the difference between us.
Honestly, I don't care for all the noise. I'm rather envious of your world.
However, if you have a place to return home to, you should.
Home, huh?
Well, thought about it. I guess Rio is staying here, but she doesn't necessarily confine herself here because we saw her in the streets. So I guess theoretically, she could just kind of do whatever she wants, but she's making it mandatory that she's gonna come to this elevator anytime like someone's like, all right, flip this, I'm done with living, it's time to die. So I guess she won't go stir crazy like this. I was thinking it differently. I felt bad for her. I felt like it would be lonely, but you know what? I don't know how some spirits are. Some ghosts and spirits in the world are probably content with... There might even be some spirits and ghosts that actually do stay in one place all their life, and they're... or afterlife or whatever, and they're content with that. But I gotta say, can we talk about the chief? Like, how dedicated this man is for Vivia? Such a... he's too good for us, man. He's too good for this game.
I find myself hesitating. I don't know which path I should take.
Isn't it obvious?
Hey, Vivia! Where did you go?
Please, go back to him. I'm sure he's waiting for you to return.
Aw, Vivia found something to give him meaning in life. At least one thing that he doesn't mind. Interestingly enough, too, for a guy that likes peace and quiet, I know the chief isn't that, but he became another source of life for him. Aww. Freaking Chief Yako. Freaking Vivia, man. And that also just goes to show his dedication to him, which just makes it come full circle why he did what he did
Vivia! I was looking all over
when we
for
dealt
you.
with him back in the main game. When he went back to his body.
You had such a solemn look on your face when you left, so I had a hunch.
Where is he?
What happened?
I got beat up. It happens.
I got a bit lost.
Getting lost at your age? Then again, you didn't come to this city that long ago, so I guess that makes sense.
It's possible people get lost. I'm sure these guys are older than me. Like, I'm younger than them, and I still get lost. Hell, I get lost in the city that I've been in.
Anyway, I'm glad you're okay. Let's go back to my awesome agency office.
Wonder if we'll ever see Rio and them again someday. I don't know.
Death is always awaiting me upon my
Why
path,
this alley specifically?
like trees neatly lining the roadside, casting dark shadows at my feet.
Oh, it's the alleyway near
Even if I
the house.
managed to
Yeah.
overcome
Okay.
Make it to the end of that path. When I turn around, the cruel truth is waiting there. The shadows are a procession to my own funeral. To live means to continuously die. Every human is nothing but a walking corpse. And so, I too am dying in this moment. However, as long as I continue to travel this path, I may enjoy some peaceful scenery. Beyond the truth. Perhaps the peace I desire can be found there.
God, he's so cool. Dude, I would love a spin-off game with him. That's the end? Oh, it was just like Tetsuhiko. Well, it wasn't as... Actually, it felt like a Tetsuhiko one. It actually was short, too. I didn't really do anything but just pay attention and watch. Oh, Erica Mendez. Okay. Wow, that's... I recognize the voice, but that's not who I thought it was. That's wild. Isn't she the same voice actress who does Megumin in the dubbed version of Konosuba? That's nuts. Oh, but frick me, man. Oh, that was so cool. But frick this game for doing it twice. Just double whamming me. Being like, oh, turns out Rio's actually gone. And then Vivia was like, oh, well, it was not my real body. It was actually a ghost spirit. So I figured out that alleyway was that very last minute. So back in the beginning when we were chasing down Rio, when we thought she was alive, when Rio entered the building, there was an alleyway where Vivia was nearby. I think it was that moment where Vivia was like, okay, now's the perfect time to do it. I'm gonna dump my body in this alley, follow in the ghost form. And I gotta admit, that I wondered what they would how they would implement Vivia's astral projection power, and to not only trick me into thinking Rio was alive, but to trick me to thinking that Vivia was about to do something stupid. Because I admit, I said he was stupid, and I was like, wait, no, Vivia wouldn't do this kind of thing. I completely forgot that Vivia is way smarter. He's probably one of the, he and Halara, I think, are like tied for like best detective. Like, I don't know who's better between the two. I think they're both equal. And honestly, I love all three of them. Sorry, Yasuhiko. Like, I like you more as a best friend, but these three I like more. And Fumiki, obviously, I just have a crush on. But Halara and Vivia are like, well, to be fair, I like all of you guys as friends. But if I were like to really rely on a detective, like legitimately a person, provided I have the money or I could convince you, then you two would be my top picks for sure. But yeah, that was such a good one. Yeah, like Yasuhiko's, it was short, and honestly, I don't feel like I got to really do much in game compared to Yasuhiko, because with Yasuhiko's charisma killed the cat, there was ones where I had to do like choices and stuff. In Vivia's, the only thing I had to do was just follow. Like, I didn't have to do anything but just enjoy. And you know what? I'm okay with that. I love that. Just because that just goes to show that I had fun literally just watching essentially something. It was basically just watching anime. And it makes me vested in Vivia. Like, just like with Halara, well, all of them really. I would love Vivia to have like, or them to make like a Vivia spinoff just to like know more about Vivia. I don't know, I'm fascinated. I mean, to be fair, the same for me, all of them, but I think Vivia would be my number one of who I want to know the most about. Then Halara, well, actually, I think it would be that order. Unfortunately, the only person I can't say that to is going to be on the next episode, which I guess will be the finale, because I'm not doing it now. I don't have the heart. I don't think I have the emotional strength to do it right now. And honestly, I did say I just want to do Vivia's, but all right, folks. I hate that I have to say this, but I guess the next episode will be the finale, where I finish the Detective's Lost Cases, and we do the Chief's side story. Oh man, this is gonna be so sad. It's gonna be so sad, I know it. I'm gonna cry. Oh man. And there's still no knowledge of a Raincoat 2 or Dry Cipher or whatever the sequel is. Like, I don't want to say goodbye to this game. I mean, theoretically, I can always replay the game. I know. There's nothing stopping me from doing it. So in my heart, it's never going to be goodbye. Just for now, I'll see you later. But I don't know, man. I mean, either way, I have to do it. So, all right, folks. Thank you all for tuning in. And like I said, next time's going to be finale. I just got to... I'm going to have to get the strength, I guess. I don't know. I just got to get to it. So... thank you as always for tuning in, and as always, I'll see you in the next episode.